Welcome to the grand return of the Knights of Lucky podcast, which will be popping up on my new YouTube channel for the first time. Which episode is this? Don't even know at this point. I've done probably, I think this might be, I'm gonna go 13. Then again, 13 is known for bad luck, so that's not a pun either. Lucky. Let's see. When was the last one? These I did. It is. Yep, I totally was wrong. It's 14. So, that should be interesting. Anywho, this is episode 14, and will be featuring on my new YouTube channel, Lucky Boy ASMR. I think I'm just going to change it to Lucky Boy, because Lucky and Lucky Boy / Lucky Boy, it's too confusing. So I'm just going to call myself Lucky Boy ASMR. You guys know who I am. You recognize my voice, the art, the humor, my content. YouTube recognizes me. I hope. No. Yeah, welcome. I am sitting here trying to crack out one of these podcasts. Sorry I haven't been doing stuff lately. It's because I've had a lot of stuff going on, you know. A lot of family stuff, and whatnot. A lot of stuff with my health. I haven't been feeling great lately. Mentally, I've been a little stressed out, and I'll even admit that I have been a little burned out. Like, that's the thing, is like, as a creator, you know, I mean, I'm not doing as much content as other people, but like, even I get worn out by some of this stuff, you know, like sitting here editing till like the late hours of the morning, you know, on some things, you know, but, you know, so everybody kind of needs like a little break every once in a while so they don't, you know, go crazy. So, and I was trying to figure out my schedule, which thankfully it's literally everything is the same. It's just on my new channel. And if this channel does well, this will become my primary channel. I will still obviously upload and do stuff on my other, you know, my original channel, the main channel, Lucky ASMR, but for now, I think I'm going to try this one out, and if this new channel doesn't do well, I'll go back to my old one, so, but this is what I'll stick with for now, so, but it is going to take me a while to work my, my magic and build my way back up as a creator, but, you know, I'm lucky, called lucky for a reason, you know, like, I can accomplish any task, almost any task, some tasks. Sorry. So, let's talk about some nerd news. The Star Wars Visions trailer just released, which is really cool. If you don't know what it is, basically, I think it was back during, like, I think in December, there was, like, the Disney investors call meeting thing where they basically, you know, like, announced all of their future stuff, you know, Disney Animation, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney Plus, Nat Geo, all kinds of stuff. And one of the more not as well talked about shows they announced for Star Wars. You know, a lot of the, you know, heavy hitters, you know, kind of, you know, knocked the smaller ones to the wayside. You know, things like Mandalorian Season 3, Ahsoka, The Book of Boba Fett, the Kenobi series, Bad Batch, Mando Season 3. I don't know if I already just said that, but still. But Visions was one of the shows that wasn't talked about as much, but I always thought had a really intriguing premise. So if you don't know what it is, it's basically Star Wars Visions is going to be coming out this year on September 22nd, which I actually just figured that out yesterday. I didn't know. I thought that was coming later. But they just dropped a new trailer for it, which looks amazing. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's fantastic. But basically, Visions, in a nutshell, is it's basically Star Wars, but created by anime studios. It's literal Star Wars anime. You know, you got, you know, let's look it up. Let's see all the animation studios, because they got a bunch of heavy hitters. Obviously, the biggest one that they brought up was Studio Trigger. You know, Trigger, you know, they've made some of the most iconic, fantastic anime in recent years. So, Star Wars Visions animation studios. I don't think they announced Toho Animation, but if they do, holy crap, it's gonna be it's gonna be amazing. Because Toho Animation, if you didn't know, they are the guys and gals that do the animation for one of my favorite shows in anime of all time. My favorite, actually. My Hero Academia. So, but let's see. Yeah, it comes out September 22nd on Disney+. Another thing that's really interesting about it is it's also non-canon. Meaning it's not, like, actually, like, a part of the main thing, you know? Like, it's not officially considered, like, yeah, this is alongside the prequels, you know, the same story and timeline as the prequels, the original trilogy, you know, the sequels, you know, the Mandoverse, the Filoni-verse, get away, fly, that kind of stuff. So that kind of, it's interesting because it gives them more room to just kind of do whatever the hell they want, but at the same time, it's also kind of sad because it's like, well, there probably is going to be a lot of great stuff in this that people would want to bring in, and I think that honestly probably will happen. You know, let's be honest here. If people like stuff and it makes money, eventually, yeah, they're going to bring this stuff into the fold. Like, look at Darth Revan. Like, why do you think they're bringing in all of this, you know, like Darth Revan, Old Republic, you know, merchandise lately? You know, it's like, it's not for no apparent reason, you know. It's like Disney is making a calculated decision where they are slowly bringing back in the Old Republic and Expanded Universe stuff. And obviously, the most famous of all EU characters, and especially Old Republic characters, is Darth Revan, you know. Savior, conqueror, hero, villain. You are all things, Revan, yet you are nothing. Sorry. But, you know, so, yeah, they're probably, I assume if some of this stuff does well and people like it, they'll probably bring it into the fold. But it's really cool because they're getting all of these, you know, animation studios. So let's see. Let's see. We got Kamikaze Douga, Geno Studio, Studio Colorido, Studio Trigger, Kinema Citrus, Science Saru, and Production IG. So these are the studios that have been announced for this. You know, they're going to be doing things. So the episodes and things are called The Duel, Lop and Ocho, Tatooine Rhapsody, that sounds dope, The Twins, The Elder, The Village Bride, Akakiri, T0B1, and The Ninth Jedi, which sounds dope. These all sound absolutely awesome and whatnot. So it's really kind of an awesome idea, you know, because, you know, a lot of people I have seen have been kind of like, this ain't for me. I don't like this. This seems dumb. Pass, you know, which that's 100% fine. I mean, everybody is allowed to have their own opinion, but, you know, famously, this does kind of make sense why they would do something like this at some point, because anime, obviously, like, it's not for everybody, but for the most part, it is a pretty big medium. You know, as you know, if you know me, a lot of fans know me on the channel for being a huge anime fan. You know, I love anime. It's fantastic. Attack on Titan, you know, My Hero Academia. I mean, just you name it, I love it. I love anime. You know, I absolutely love it. It's amazing. It's such a unique, beautiful, different medium that really does animation as good as you can get, really, I think. I think visually they have some of the best looking animation anywhere. And some of the greatest characters, most emotional stories, and just some of the best shows and movies of all time, you know. So this is exciting, and it kind of makes sense because it's fairly well known that George Lucas, you know, when he was making Star Wars, he took a lot of inspiration from old samurai films, specifically Akira Kurosawa films, things like Hidden Fortress, Yojimbo, Seven Samurai, and a lot of Japanese culture and whatnot, both. Hold on, I gotta turn that off. I gotta turn it off! Then, you know, inspiration culture-wise, both story, character, and visually, you know. I mean, one of the, you know, biggest instances of, you know, visually inspiration is of Darth Vader. Because if you look at Darth Vader, and they've talked about this multiple times, that... sorry. It's on my mouth. Dust. One of the inspirations, biggest one at least, was Darth Vader. Because if you look at Darth Vader, his armor was specifically made, if I remember correctly. He's specifically asked to make it very Japanese. Because if you look at it, it is very Japanese, where it's got the unique, intense face mask. It's got, you know, the giant, like, big metal dome, you know, back, you know, towards the back of his head and over his, you know, neck and whatnot. It's very, very samurai-esque, you know. And with the cape and the armor, you know, it's very, very Japanese-inspired. So it just looks incredible. Like, it looks absolutely incredible. Like, if you've seen, like, the trailer, if you haven't, you're missing out, man. It's fantastic. But it looks just visually striking and unique and different. And that's something that is always good, is unique, different ideas and things. And, you know, this is exciting because I'm a huge anime fan, and I'm also a huge Star Wars fan, as you know. So, this is kind of an interesting idea, honestly. Like, I am genuinely excited for this. I think this has genuinely some of the most potential, you know. Like, if this does well, which it probably will, I mean, you know, like... Anime is a huge thing right now, especially in recent years, you know. It's a very big, expansive, popular medium, and Star Wars is obviously Star Wars. It's, you know, one of the most popular things out there. So this is really interesting, you know. Like, I am genuinely excited, and even in the trailer, they finally did it. They finally did it, and this is 100% gonna become a meme. Boba Fett in the trailer was drinking boba tea. He was literally drinking boba tea. Boba Fett drinking boba tea. I can die happy now. It's amazing. It's amazing. So I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm hyped. I'm everything, man. I'm excited. I'm rearing to go. you know? So, nice. Oh, hold on. I have an idea. I always forget to do this every single time. I don't know why. To be fair, I have a really crappy memory, so I guess that's kind of a thing. Leave your thoughts, questions, topics, and ideas, and advice you need me to answer and whatnot in the comments. I need some stuff I'm currently recording. Please, thank you, and keep staying lucky. There we go. I forgot how to spell that. That's not how you spell submit. There we go. No, I don't want to use that. Okay, there we go. Back to it. So, yeah, that's interesting. So, I'm excited for that. I can't wait. And Star Wars is cool, yo. I'm a dork. I am such a Star Wars nerd. In other news, let's head over to the Marvel world. Marvel. So I haven't seen the trailer because I want to do a reaction to it. I saw a couple little shots of it, but it's finally been confirmed that the Marvel's What If series is going to be coming this summer. Is going to be coming out later this summer, I think. Yep. It's going to be coming out on August 11th. Yeah, so this is really exciting. Because this is extremely exciting. If you didn't know, they announced this quite a few years ago. Where it's basically the What If series is where it's set in the MCU, but it is sort of a what if, what if, Black Panther was actually Star-Lord, Or what if Peggy Carter became Captain Britain, basically, It basically takes stuff from the MCU and sort of flips it on its head, and it's what if this happened? And in the trailer, spoiler alert, because I don't give a crap. If you haven't seen it, please click away. This has been your warning. So, it's a really unique idea. It's going to be done in animation. It's going to be narrated by, I think, Jeffrey Wright. Who is going to be playing Commissioner Gordon in, the Batman. Let's see. Yeah. So it's going to be narrated by Jeffrey Wright, who's a fantastic actor. I love him in everything. He's fantastic. He's going to be narrating as Eadu the Watcher, I think, if I remember correctly. Eadu the Watcher. I'm not sure. I'm not too familiar with the character, but yeah. And you're going to get some of the confirmed stories are obviously Peggy Carter as Captain Britain, Black Panther as Star-Lord, which will be Chadwick Boseman's final performance as, you know, his iconic character of T'Challa and whatnot, and one of his last performances just in general, you know. It's just, it's such a tragedy. You know, it really is still weird. It's just strange, you know, it just feels weird. It's strange knowing that, like, he's gone, you know, it just doesn't really feel real. But that will be his performance. Another one that's been confirmed is apparently, like, some Guardians of the Galaxy stuff, I guess, where, like, what if the Avengers, basically, the events of Avengers 2012 took place except with the Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, they were the ones that protected New York, you know. Another one that's going to be really cool is where Tony Stark gets saved by Eric Killmonger, you know, Michael B. Jordan. Another one, if I remember correctly, that has been rumored is where it's basically where Tony Stark, in the scene, the iconic scene where he goes into the wormhole with the nuke, it's basically, that story is going to be about if Tony Stark never made it back through the wormhole to New York in the events of the Avengers and got stuck in space. And it seems like it's been hinted that it's most likely he's going to get stuck in space and he's going to land on Sakaar, you know, the planet, you know, the arena gladiator planet we saw in Thor Ragnarok. And he's basically going to be like in a makeshift Hulkbuster suit. So that sounds great. And one of the most strange and unique and interesting ones they're actually bringing that's been confirmed is the iconic Marvel Zombies storyline and whatnot. They're going to be bringing, they might not do it accurately, but for sure they are going to do Marvel Zombies, where it's basically like, I think in the comics it was basically like, for some reason the Sentry crashed on Earth, and for some reason he had gotten infected with some kind of zombie-like virus, and basically it just spread like crazy and everybody got sick and whatnot. And the universe was just like, you know, infected with this zombie virus. It's a really insane storyline. But that's been confirmed. You know, we saw a while back a clip of it where we see Sebastian Stan as the Winter Soldier fighting zombie Steve, Captain America, and, you know, grabs his shield and throws it right back at his head. You know, so that's really interesting. I'm excited for this. This has been one of the more not as talked about ones, but similar with like Visions. It's one that I think has some of the most potential. Like, you know, this is, you know, a show that they will probably do many seasons of, because it has like so much potential, you know, like, you know, like, just like basically every conceivable thing, you know, where it was like, oh, what if Thanos won in Endgame and actually snapped away everybody for a second time and created a new universe, basically, you know, like stuff like that, and whatnot. Just all kinds of stuff, you know. What if Tony Stark wore the cloak of levitation from Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange wore the Iron Man nanotech armor with the Eye of Dormammu in the middle and whatnot, like in Infinity War, which that was, if you didn't know, it's one of the most legendary, like, Marvel, like, deleted scenes type things, where it was basically, in Infinity War, there was going to be an alternate scene, instead of what we got when, you know, we saw Tony save Doctor Strange on, you know, the ship and whatnot, the giant flying donut. with Spider-Man, it was apparently the scene was what was supposed to happen was Tony was gonna give his Iron Man armor to Doctor Strange, where it like built around Doctor Strange and it built around the Eye of Dormammu, where the Eye of Dormammu was where the arc reactor was, and Tony was actually gonna get Doctor Strange's cloak of levitation. It was a really, really great deleted scene that never came to pass, but that is probably something that will happen if it already hasn't been rumored. That I would almost guarantee that would happen at some point. So I'm excited for it. It looks fantastic. It looks incredible. Looks amazing. So yeah, it looks awesome. So moving on to some more Marvel news. Some really interesting Marvel news has come about Far From Home. Why do I keep saying that film? It is No Way Home, not Far From Home. Wrong film. I was like 2 years ago. Let's see. In No Way Home, there's some more leaks. Let's see. Spider-Man concept. Iron Spider concept. New Spider-Man suit leak. So it's been leaked recently that there is a couple new Spider-Man suits apparently that we're going to be getting, and the internet is kind of they're a bit iffy at the moment. They're a bit like, I don't know if we like this thing. Personally, I actually think it looks pretty cool. I don't mind it, honestly. Basically, the idea of it is that recently a couple Lego sets for Far From Home have been leaked. I'm actually looking at one of them right now, and one of them is a new Spider-Man suit, where it is apparently it's partially inspired by concept art from, I think, Infinity War or some other previous Marvel film, where it's a sort of a combination of the Iron Spider suit. It's basically a combination of the Iron Spider suit from the comics, the original Civil War comic, the Iron Spider suit from Infinity War, and the new red and black suit he got in Far From Home. It's a combination of that, basically, where it's a mix of red, black, and gold, and a lot of people don't like it. Personally, I actually don't think it looks half bad. I actually don't mind it. I mean, it's not the most fantastical, insane suit, we've ever seen, but I actually don't even mind it. It doesn't look half bad. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying, is what I'm getting at, It's not perfect, and, it is kind of like, let's just make a new suit so we can make some money off merchandise. The old thing. But, a lot of people don't like it. And like I said, I don't think it looks that bad, honestly. It doesn't look that bad. I don't think they necessarily needed to make a new suit because we literally just got that one in Far From Home, and he literally made that suit at literally the end of the film. So it's not really necessary, the suit isn't the most revolutionary, unique, different, cool thing we've ever seen, but yeah, it wasn't really needed, basically. They didn't need to make a new one. Like, I could see them maybe making a new one at, like, the end of No Way Home, or at the beginning of the next, Spider-Man film he's in, or, whatever Marvel film he'll be in, because he's been confirmed for at least, Spider-Man 3, No Way Home, and another appearance in another Marvel film, and he's probably going to they'll probably make a new trilogy. It's been rumored that he's going to have 2 more trilogies, which kind of makes sense considering how popular he is, and that it's Spider-Man, Marvel's greatest character. So, it kind of makes sense, but, it's not really, it's not too, like, new and different. It's just a couple little things, like, personally, I don't think it looks that bad. I don't mind it. I think it's just kind of a bit unnecessary, but, I'm going to give it a chance. I'm willing to give it a chance. Like I said, I don't think it looks that bad. It's just kind of unnecessary given the fact that we just got a new one, but, I'm willing to give it a chance. But that's not the only thing. It's also been confirmed that it's been shown that we're probably getting another suit as well. I'll try and find it if I can. There's apparently 2 suits. 2 of them. The new suit I just talked about is the, like, sort of Far From Home, Civil War, Iron Spider combo, red, black, and gold suit. But there's also, if I remember correctly, there's another suit that might pop up in the film, which I thought was really interesting, is that apparently it's also been, we're getting apparently another one as well. If I can find it, I can't. Let's see. No, this isn't the one. It's a black and gold suit, if I remember correctly. It's like a black and gold suit, if I remember correctly, that was rumored. Because a couple Lego sets had been announced. Let's see. No Way Home Lego sets. Which, by the way, I will be buying these. Because I'm a nerd. No, those aren't it. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's see. Where is it? Here we go. Now we're cooking. Wow! This looks insane. So the other suit that's been announced is, well, let's just go over the 3 sets here while we're at it. The first one is Spider-Man at the Sanctorum Workshop, or Sanctum Sanctorum Workshop. This is basically, it's got Spider-Man in the red, black, and gold one, Wong, Doctor Strange, and MJ. It's basically in their shop. And whatnot, their room. Then the other one is the drone duel. This is the other one. This is a pretty crazy one. This one basically has a drone and the Vulture in it, which is interesting. Because this is really interesting, because this suit is basically, it's got the Vulture in it, because he's been also, if I remember correctly, he's been confirmed. It seems like they are basically making a Sinister Six film for No Way Home. Famously, I've talked about it a billion times before, because this podcast was basically built on this film. The Sinister Six are a group of 6 of Spider-Man's most famous villains. You know, they're a supervillain team. And, get away, fly. And basically, the Vulture is, you know, going to be a part of it, you know. We're getting Michael Keaton back for this film. But this is interesting, because it's like a black and gold drone, and you got Adrian Toomes as the Vulture with his suit. But the real kicker here is it is a new suit. It's a second new suit, which is interesting. I don't know if this is going to show up in the film, but it's really interesting because it's basically, the best way to describe what it looks like is if you basically took his Civil War suit from Captain America Civil War and the Homecoming suit, the Stark suit, you know, his, you know, classic red, black, and blue one, you know, the one we saw in the MCU version in Captain America Civil War and Spider-Man Homecoming, that suit, the black one. You know, the one Tony Stark made for him in Civil War. It's basically that, except if the red and blue was all black, and the black, like, lines, the web lines and logos on his suit were made of gold. It's basically if the Civil War Homecoming suit, if the red and blue parts of his suit were just all black, and the black lines he had on his suit were actually made of like a metallic gold, which is interesting. So I don't know if this is just because it says it's inspired by Marvel Studios' Spider-Man Homecoming. So this might genuinely be, it's weird because it's like, this wasn't in the film in Homecoming. This wasn't in the film at all. There was no, like, giant, weird, gold, black drone, and he never had, like, a gold and black suit, you know? So it's really weird. So I don't know if this is just, like, a, sort of like a what-if type set, or I don't know what, but, I mean, it says No Way Home on it. So it might be his new suit, you know, a new suit. And it looks very, very reminiscent to of Spider-Man's suit from, let's see, it's his bulletproof suit. Spider-Man's bulletproof suit. It's not exactly that, it's not the suit, but it seems to be inspired a bit by the color scheme, the black and yellow, the black and gold, and a couple of the little lines and things on him. So it seems kind of a bit reminiscent of his bulletproof suit, which was from the comics, which was basically where Spider-Man in one issue of the comic lost his Spidey sense power. Let's see, here it is. First appearance, Amazing Spider-Man number 654. Basically, yeah, it's basically after Peter Parker, Spider-Man, lost his spider sense and got shot, he basically built a new suit made out of, like, a bunch of materials that are basically bulletproof. So he's essentially bulletproof in that suit to compensate for losing his, you know, his Spidey sense. So that's actually really interesting. That's honestly interesting. I think that's a genuinely cool suit that we're, you know, might be seeing in the film. But it, like I said, it looks, you know, basically like a gold and black version of his Homecoming suit, but also a little bit reminiscent of the bulletproof suit from the comics. So that's interesting. You know, that's a really cool, interesting suit. So that might show up. And we also have the third set, which is basically a set of Mysterio's drones from Far From Home. So it looks like two of these are, or at least one of them for sure, is in the new film. And the second one might be, because it says No Way Home. And I don't remember that being from the film, even remotely. So it might be new, which I actually wouldn't be surprised if they even did that, considering in whatchamacallit, in I can't think. I can't think at all right now. It wouldn't surprise me if they did that, because in Far From Home, and even in Homecoming, they had multiple different suits. You know, like in Homecoming, we had the suit he got in Civil War. We also got his, like, homemade suit. We saw a bit of that. And we also saw the Iron Spider suit he later used in Infinity War. And in Far From Home, we saw the a bit of this, Civil War suit. We saw the Iron Spider suit. We also saw the stealth suit and the upgraded suit. You know, the sort of stealth shield suit that Nick Fury gave him, or should I say, Talon, basically, which was very reminiscent of Spider-Man Noir, and I can't remember what it was from, but it was reminiscent of another suit he had in the comics. Then we also had the upgraded suit, which was also partially inspired by a suit from the comics as well. I think it was a shield suit, maybe, from the comics. I'm not totally sure. So we saw multiple different suits, and we even saw a bit of the homemade suit. So we saw like a billion different suits in that film. So it wouldn't surprise me if they did do something, at least at some point in this film. Either he makes one at the end of the film, or like at the end of the film, it kind of hints towards he's making a new one or something. I wouldn't be surprised if we got a new one at some point. But the main reason they're doing this is because of, it's a new suit and we can use this to make merchandise. Which, hey, man, if the suit's cool, I'll buy it. I'll buy it, man. I don't care. I will buy those Funko Pops and Lego sets. I bet you. So, yeah, I'm excited. I think it looks cool. I think it looks interesting. I'm willing to, just watch I don't think it looks that bad. I don't think either of them look that bad. It's just like they're not really necessary is all at this point, considering they just made a new suit literally at the end of the last film. I don't think they're bad. They're just not the most spectacular, unique ones. But they're also just not really necessary at this moment. I think in the future, yeah, they'll make new suits, to fight his new villains and whatnot. But I don't think it's necessarily really a important, necessary thing at this moment, is all. But other than that, I'm excited for it. I think it looks cool. And they still haven't revealed the new trailer for Far From Home. Or No Way Home. I'm getting used to it, man. Once I, get used to, rearing up for a new, Marvel film or Star Wars thing, it's like, man, it's like, it's like a new year, It's like, it's like, for, the first couple months of the new year, you're, saying, oh, it's still 2019. Oh, no, it's 2020. Thank gosh it isn't. But it's for the first couple months, I was like, it's 2020. Oh, no, it's 2021. So, but yeah, what am I doing? I'm just chilling. I've been working out. Past couple days, I'll admit, I've been eating some ice cream. I've been slacking on my diet, but I'm getting back on it. I'm getting back on it tomorrow. And whatnot. So, yeah, I'll get back on it tomorrow. Then again, I already said that, for, the past, fucking 4 days in a row. I feel like Bill Burr right now. I'm slacking. But no, I'll get back on it. Don't worry. I know what works. I know what to eat that, is healthy and good for me and is low sugar, low carbs, low calories, and low fat. And I also know, the workouts that burn the fat and make me thinner and weigh less. So You know, so I know what works basically. So like I'm one of those people where it's like, yeah, I eat pretty darn healthy, and I'm on top of my exercise. I work out a ton, like an hour and a half every day at least, no joke. Like when like I've been telling you all about like me, eating healthy and exercising. Like I'm being 100% honest. That really is how much I work out, and that's how well I eat, because I am determined at the end of the summer to, have gotten down to my goal weight and to have muscles and abs, so I'm committed to it. I really am. So, my shoulder is killing me. I just started my 5 to 6 days of working out yesterday, so my arm's a little sore from hitting the bag and stuff. Ooh, sore. But but yeah, I'm excited. So in about an hour, I'm gonna go do my bike ride and stop by my grandparents' house, where I'm gonna have dinner with them, and we're gonna sit down and we're gonna watch the UFC 264. Baby, I've been waiting for that for like over a month now, almost like a month. So yeah, I'm excited for that. What's that guy's name? Dustin Poirier. I don't know his name. Versus Conor McGregor. The Irish fighter. Because he lost to that guy last time and whatnot. So he's the underdog here. And you know me, I love a good underdog story. And plus, I kind of have to root for him because I have very rich Irish heritage. Like my dad's side is very, very Irish. My dad's name is actually Seamus. I'm not kidding. That's really his name. That literally is his name, Seamus. And, my dad's side, a lot of them are redheads, and you've seen before on the channel, like, I am, part redhead, I'm roughly like 75% brown hair, 25% red hair, I'm partially a redhead, and I'm part Irish, I have Irish heritage. I was born here in America, I'm American, but I have Irish heritage, so I kind of got to root for the guy as well, So I'm excited. I'm rooting for McGregor. I think he's going to destroy him. I'm hoping for it. I'm not betting any money because, I don't bet or gamble. And plus, I have no money. So, but I'm excited. I'm going to go watch that. That's going to be fun. That's going to be cool. I'm starting to get into UFC because of Joe Rogan, and, I like boxing and stuff like that. So I'm getting into that, I like that stuff, So we're going to sit down, have some dinner, and watch the game, have a beer. I'm going to have a Heineken, as they say, one of those non-alcoholic ones. So, yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be fun. So I'm excited. I like Heinekens, man. Beer is not the most tasty thing in the world. It tastes kind of like sudsy, soapy, like that seltzer water stuff, kind of salty a bit like earthy maybe. But it's like a nice cold beer. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's the stuff. I don't know. I don't necessarily like the whole alcohol, like getting drunk. Although I would like to get drunk at some point, at least once, just to see what it's like. But no, I just more like like sitting down on a 4th of July, having a hot dog and a brewski, as they say, I just like more of the spirit of it, just chilling, stuff like that. So that should be nice. So that should be cool. So I'm excited for that. So in about like 50 minutes, I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna go watch it. Well, nobody submitted any questions for the podcast. That really shows you how dead my channel is. Let's just go back to an old one. They can probably, let's see. Here we go. They probably have a bunch of old questions I never got to. They have an analytics button? Thanks, YouTube. At least you did one thing for me this time. No, don't worry. Do I watch any anime? Yes, I do. I do watch many anime. I watch My Hero Academia, which, yes, I will be getting back into that show very soon. I like Attack on Titan. I like Seven Deadly Sins. That's another great one. Whatchamacallit? All of them. Your harems, your data lives, your future diaries, your what else? Dead Man Wonderland. I mean, just anything and everything. I love anime. It's just the stuff, It's amazing. Anime is amazing. Fight me. So I like anime. Yeah, I basically watch anything and everything, But yeah, if you have any good, anime recommendations, I am all ears, I am totally up for it. So if you have any good recommendations, send them my way. Send them away, Okay, do you have any advice for people who want to do voice acting? Just have fun, practice a lot, don't take things too seriously. Just have fun, enjoy it, stay in touch with your fan base, and just have fun. Yeah, just goof off, have fun, enjoy yourself, stay in touch with your fans, make fun content, enjoy what you do, and just have fun. Do stuff yourself, collaborate with other people, get hired by people, do what you want. So, yeah, ways to start conversations with people when you are shy. I call it the Tom Cruise method, is overwhelming confidence. Even if you don't have any, basically manufacture confidence. Because it's hey, if you think hey, this is just going to get screwed up, I have no chance. I mean, if you think yeah, I don't have a chance here, which first of all, don't believe that. You do have a chance. You have to believe. You got to believe in yourself. But no, it's if you really do think yeah, this isn't going to go well, I mean, you have nothing to lose. Swing for the fences. Go Babe Ruth and knock one out of the park. Go big or go home. That's the thing with me is I'm a very shy guy, and I dated many girls over the years, and girls and women, so I was always yeah, I'm nervous right now. So I'm like me right now, I'm just cracking jokes, one-liners, goofing off, being completely as ridiculous and hilarious as possible. Even though I'm nervous, I just do that. I mean, I'm not nervous right now because I'm just recording and I'm not actually on a date with someone. Thank God. Gosh. But no, just fake confidence. Basically, just be like me right now. Goof off, joke, crack one-liners, just be ridiculous, hilarious as possible. Just goof off. Don't take things seriously. Just act like none of this matters at the end of the day. That's the way I think about it, is whenever I'm worried about something, I'm always thinking this is literally going to be a memory in a couple minutes. So, like, at the end of the day, none of this is really gonna matter. You know, and it's like, that's where it's like, yeah, it's like, this is just gonna be a memory. Like, why should I be worried about this? It's like, even if I screw things up, it's just like, what? There's like billions of other people in the world. There's nothing to worry about here, you know? So for me, just basically go the Tom Cruise method. Just manufacture confidence when you're absolutely terrified. Just act like you're confident even though you're completely scared. Like, channel that, like, scared, nervous energy into, like, confidence, faux confidence, you know, goofy, cracking one-liners and jokes energy. Basically, just manufacture it and just say, like, you know what, screw it, who cares? If I screw up, I screw up. So what? Basically do that, you know? So yeah, try that, you know? Literally, another question, how to make a fried egg, because I just cannot do it. Yeah, you came to the wrong guy. I don't know how to make one either. If I'm ever, like, making anything with eggs and whatnot, I always ask my mom, like, Mom, how do I do this? Because I don't know how to make them. I'm just like, eventually she's just like, I'll make them for you. I'm like, okay. Because, like, I just don't know how to make it. I don't know, just, like, put it on there and just wait a little bit and flip it, I guess. I don't know. Just, I don't know, look up Binging with Babish or something. He probably knows how to do it. There's probably some cooking class. You got the internet at your fingers, probably. Try that. What inspired me to do voice acting on YouTube? I was literally just bored one day. I had watched a lot of ASMR over spring and summer of 2017. That's when I first got exposed to it. And I got into it over the summer. And then one day I was just home alone, bored. Everybody was at school or work. You know, I was just sitting at home watching the dog, you know, doing chores. And I just had free time. And I was like, okay, screw it. I like ASMR. I'm bored. People told me, like, you should try and do acting or something someday. You know? You, like, do funny impressions and accents. So I was like, screw it, why not? So I just made one and posted it, and the rest is history. Which, funnily enough, the first video I posted, the first audio on my new channel, it's essentially a remake of the first audio I ever made. Where it's just basically like you're waking up next to your boyfriend and whatnot. It's just basically a rebooted, up-to-date version, you know? It literally is. Like, go back and watch the original one on my original channel. It's the first video I ever made. It's basically a longer, extended, more fleshed out, up-to-date version of that, you know? You know, so I thought it would be like a nice throwback and a nice homage to my origins, basically. So I just basically was bored one day, you know. I was like, this seems interesting. I like listening to it. Why don't I try it? So I posted one, rest's history. Then for some reason, people started to listen to my stuff and watch me, and apparently I got a bunch of, you know, subs and views, as they say, apparently, which I still can't believe I do. I still can't believe my channel got as big as it did, my old one, or big as it is. I'm not completely abandoning it. That's still my baby. It's still my child, you know. But it really is crazy just how, I mean, there's no other way of saying it, no pun intended, but, like, lucky I got. I legit got lucky. I don't believe I got there because of skill or hard work or prowess. I literally got lucky. I was at the right time, at the right place, in the right, like, medium. And, you know, people liked it, and, you know, it rose to worldwide acclaim, basically, I guess. So, and I've been a huge voice actor on YouTube ever since, so, who has a lovely, devoted, loyal fan base, which I can't thank you all for enough. I love you all. You mean the world to me. So, yeah, I just got bored basically one day and tried doing ASMR, and I've been here ever since. And, I'm hopefully on my way to a career in some form of acting. I would love to do it. But, yeah, it was basically just because I was bored. Let's see. Jeez, I don't know, man. Let's see, what's the, let's see. How to run away from home if you're an adult at home. That's a loaded question. That is a loaded question. Let's see. Run from home as an adult when you live alone. I don't know what that means. But, let's just say, how to run away from home if you're an adult. If you're trying to leave your family, you gotta have, a career path. You gotta have a well-paying job. You gotta have your stuff figured out. You have to have a game plan. I mean, consult a professional. I am not the guy you should be talking to. But, basically, yeah, just like, have a game plan, a career path you want to do, have a job, a decent paying job, find a place you can go to, have a good support system, like, kind of like, oh, this would be a nice little apartment or, whatever and whatnot, to just basically go and live in, you gotta have a game plan is what I'm getting at. So, yeah, I would just try that. It's not gonna be easy, but, you'll get through it, I promise. But, if I were you, I'd just consult a professional. I am not the guy you should be talking to about it. But, basically my suggestion would just kind of have a game plan, essentially, Have a game plan, have an idea what you want to do, have a good job that you can, work at for a while. So yeah, basically, that's what I would go for. So this has been the Knights of Lucky podcast, episode 14, starring just me and my endless wall of Funko Pops and my My Hero Academia water bottle. Yep. So yeah, this will be the first episode on my new channel of this. So yeah, thank you all for, your support and watching over me and, coming over to my new channel and, like, it really does mean the world to me, like, I can't thank you all enough. While I'm at it, why the heck not? Let's see. Okay, we got 188 views on the first one. That's not bad for a start. It's actually pretty decent to have that, like, in a few days on a completely new channel. That's new. That's pretty good. So, yeah, just in general, thank you all. In general, thank you. Means the world to me. Stick with me, So yeah, I want to thank you all and take care. Hopefully Conor McGregor wins. Hopefully he does. I'm praying the old Irish guy will win, Make my heritage proud, so... yeah, hopefully he wins. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. So, yeah, see you all around, and take care.